What's the word, y'all? Good morning. Rise and grind and shine to everybody on their grind. It's your boy Deacon. I figured I'd take this time to give y'all the first installment of Educated Thug. Educated Thug is a series that I'm going to be doing. Just giving my educated point of view on recent news from a thug's perspective. I went and educated the hate that they gave. So, in latest news, the whole world by now know that by now the whole world knows that Durk got picked up last night. And no, we're gonna leave that sunroof open. By now the whole world know that Durk got picked up last night down here in Florida. So as a Chicago kid, I only felt like it was right to speak on it. As a Chicago kid that's down here in Florida, I felt the right to speak on it, you heard me? So it's unfortunate what happened. Free all them guys, all except the one who told, biasly speaking. Nevertheless, I think this should be a lesson to all you kids out there to just make sure, even further, you stay in school. Not to follow the rules, but to learn them. And to learn them before somebody tell on you, or before you have to learn it the hard way, to losing your life in the streets. Nevertheless, you need somebody and something to show you these rules. And to me, as an educated thug, it ain't no better platform and no better place to learn the rules of what's going on out here than in school. What I mean by that. So, in 7th grade, I learned a valuable lesson. My entire 7th grade class got caught cheating on the Constitution test. While we was in gym one time, we found a whole bunch of the old versions of the Constitution with the correct answers and the wrong answers in them. Either way, we feel, a lot of us felt we'll use that as leverage to pass our test. Some people took 1, some people took 2. One cat out of all of us took like 10 of them and got everybody caught and got caught. And this caused a trickle-down effect. Why? Because instead of him just taking his lick and shutting up and getting the punishment he got caught for, he told on everybody. Told on everybody that was on that stage. He told on everybody who he thought of or who he could remember was on that stage and took a copy of the Constitution test. This led to everybody in my 7th grade class getting suspended for 3 days for cheating on the Constitution test. Yeah. And that taught me a lesson. Wow. What lesson? No matter what it is, that person who should just take their lick because they got caught, they not doing that. They can't do that. They don't understand that as the rule. They gotta bring people down with them. I don't know if that come from the slave days, but that's still a part of our cultural ways. The cat that get caught ain't gonna take they lick and shut up. He'll do the job because he stand the game, either passing the Constitution or the money you gonna pay him. So yeah, they'll do the job, but when it's time to pay for it, for them to pay for it, they not gonna do that. And the only place you learn lessons like that is in school, especially being suspended for 3 years and being in litigation for 3 years or more or less or more jail time. That's a big difference. So the younger you learn these lessons, as you grow older, the more you'll dodge these penalties for learning these lessons late. Now in Chicago, I was on a couple of blogs, Chicago Wave, couple of them on Instagram, just even Shade Room, just stating my my point of view, and people were commenting back on me, you know what I'm saying? But I figured I'd just do a video to just give my overall view on the circumstance. Meaning, my comment that I was leaving on the holiday joint was, when you 6 and switch to 5, you tend to be all well. And what I mean by that is, when you BD and you switch to Muslim, which is switching to 5, you tend to be all well. Welcome home. Nevertheless, growing up in my neighborhood, a bunch of people was 5, some was 6, but in my household, we was 5. So, learned the lessons. What I noticed, you look at it historically, the Muslims tend to take in a lot of people that feel they doomed for hell, or those that are tail. Nevertheless, they serve as an ass bag for those that feel that they done got in too much trouble under this 6-point star nation. Nevertheless, it ain't looking too good for Durk. Why? Because somebody done told that cat ain't gonna take his licks. He'd rather bring down the person who was making sure everybody get past the test. Nevertheless, just let that be a lesson to y'all, kids. Like, because it's effed up out here, and the crew of people you with, yeah, it's cool and all fun and games. Yeah, they'll do it for the money. They'll do it for the fame. But when it's time to pay for it, nah, your name coming up in that, regardless of the aspect that you did it. Why? Because to lessen their punishment, they gonna do whatever they gotta do. Now, it seems to be a penalty too for the kids that for switching stars. I wish freedom on Durk. I pray for freedom on Durk. Why? Because he was the one, he was the voice, and he was making sure everybody eat. And man, it's messed up that whoever telling on him, because if they picking him up this late after so many years, they definitely got their evidence, and it's unfortunate. But Durk ain't the first one that go down from somebody telling on him, and the person that told ain't the first person, and definitely not the last person that's gonna tell. So let that be a lesson to the kids. Like, please take the lesson. Like I said, I felt compelled to say something about this circumstance and just offer it as my first installment on the Educated Thug. Why? Because I'm always champion staying in school, and I'm also always champion remaining the thug that you are. They gave us some hate, so keep that hate. Nevertheless, you should educate it. Only place to educate it is in the school. Yes, books. Yes, libraries. But most people ain't going to the library and read no books. So the isolated land that we tend to be able to learn these lessons is in the school environment. So learn what you need to learn before it's too late. Because when it's too late, that's exactly what it is. Too late. Yeah, let that be that's my lesson for the day. I'm gonna start going live more. I'm gonna start giving y'all more content and more videos from an Educated Thug perspective. Like, comment, share. Let me know what you want me to comment on, and I'll be sure to do so. Yeah, man. Free Durk, man.